welcome to the second episode of Claire Bear Cooks. Today we're going to be making homemade donuts. What you're going to need is flour. You're going to need flour, sugar, 3 eggs, vanilla, baking powder, baking soda, sour cream, milk, oil, measuring cups, and like tablespoons and teaspoons. That's pretty much all you need for today. So what we're going to do first, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of milk to our electric mixer. Then what I want to do is I want to add a 1/2 cup of sour cream back into the electric mixer and just add that to your milk. What we want to do is we want to blend this until it is smooth. Once it's smooth, you want to add 1 cup of sugar, or like I'm doing, you could also add 2 1/2 cups of sugar. And then we want to do with this is you want to put it on medium speed and just blend until the sugar is dissolved. Once that is blended completely, we want to slowly add 3 eggs. After you add your first egg, you want to turn it on heat, turn on your blender, and just blend that 1 egg at a time. Once you're done with that, once you're done adding your eggs, you want to add, I use a little bit more vanilla, but I want to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Because I like the real vanilla taste in this. I don't like it tasting like, nothing. So, and blend that just together. In here I have 4 cups of flour, and next I'm going to add is 2 teaspoons of baking powder. The next thing we've got to add is 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking soda to this. After I have all my dry ingredients in here, all I want to do is just mix these around with a whisk. The reason why you do it with a whisk is because I didn't sift these, so you want them to get so that they don't have any clumps. So you just want to whisk this for a couple seconds and you're good to go. After we have all of our dry ingredients ready, we want to gradually add the flour mixture to this. So I'm going to add about half of this at a time. So that's good for the first time, and I'm just going to mix that together. And now I'm going to add the other half. And then we're going to mix the rest in. So all that I have done is I've taken out the electric mixer bowl, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cover this I'm just going to cover this with a little bit of plastic wrap. And then all I want to do is chill it in the fridge for at least 1 hour, but you can't do it overnight. Overnight works best, but at least 1 hour if you want to do it. So, and I recommend doing this ahead of time. I'm going to list that in the front of the video just to let you guys know. So yeah, do this ahead of time. It will save you guys. If you're going to a party, you think it's going to work fast, it's not going to work fast, you need to chill it for a little while. So make sure that you chill this in the fridge for at least 1 hour. Hi, so what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be making the glaze. So in this bowl, I already have 1 teaspoon of vanilla in here and about 1 teaspoon of salt. And then what else I'm going to do is I am going to be taking 3 cups confectioner sugar, or powdered sugar, whatever you want to call it. And right now, the my donut dough is still chilling. I have about another half an hour, 45 minutes left. Gotta wait till it's chilled for at least 2 hours. So so that is 3 cups of confectioner sugar. What we want to add to that is half a cup of cold water. And the reason why it is cold is because we don't want it to dissolve the, we don't want it to kind of like melt the powdered sugar, so we want to get that kind of cold. And then what we want to do is we want to take just a regular spatula, and you want to mix this until it is smooth. You want it done to look something like that. It should have no lumps in it, and it shouldn't be too runny. If it's too runny, you can always just add some more powdered sugar, but don't make it too runny and don't make it too thick. If it's too thick, just add some more cold water. So that's pretty much it. And I'll come back to you guys when the dough is ready. Okay, so our dough is done chilling. So what we want to do is you just want to take a little bit of flour, spread it down. I use a granite cutting board. My walls are granite. Not my walls. My counters are granite, and I have this little center granite thing that I have to take out, and then I just work on that. And that works best for me. So what I also want to do is after I'm setting that down, I want to take my batter and I want to get my hand a little bit of flour on them, so that when I get this out, my hands do not stick. Because that's the last thing I want to do. You do not want your hands to stick. And this is some batters have yeast in them, but in this one it doesn't, because it's no need for it. So you don't, if you want to try yeast, do a different recipe, but this is a lot easier than adding yeast, because you don't have to let the yeast sit for like 20 minutes and then chill it for like 30 minutes. Just easier to do it this way. So what you want to do is you want to knead this dough for just a couple minutes or a couple of seconds or something, just so that like the dough is formed, so that it's not like apart, so that it's more together. So yeah, I'll come back to you in a couple of seconds when I'm done kneading my dough. So what I have here is I'm done doing my kneading and everything. So you should get something that looks sort of like that. And then once I'm done with doing that, I just want to get out my rolling pin, and I want to spread this, let's say about an inch, so that like it's about an inch thick. Sorry. And it doesn't really have to be as what do you want, as like whatever shape you want it to be, because we're gonna cut things out of it. But I prefer at least a good circle or oval or egg shape, something like that, because you want to have as much room as you can. So about a half an inch thick is good. And I'll show you guys what it looks like in a second. So I made it look something like that, where it's totally smooth on here. See, it's totally smooth. And it's about a half an inch thick. It's not that even on this side, but that is okay. But it's pretty good. And so, yeah, there's not really much that you need to do with that other than roll it out. And then you can just cut it to whatever shapes you want. Okay, so what I have here is some really cute flower cookie cutters. And it's optional to use like a regular donut hole mold, but we don't have one of those, so we're gonna go with like a really cute, fun idea. And what we want to do is, I have 2 shapes. I have a smaller one and a bigger one, and I want to go as close as I can to it because I don't want to waste any dough. So we have little ones and we have some big ones, and This is a really fun idea for Valentine's Day. You could use some heart-shaped cookie cutters. It's a really good idea for Easter. Decorate them with like your own type of like more thick frosting or glaze, and just decorate them for a party idea. And it's just a really fun idea for kids. And yeah. Okay, so I have just a preset cookie sheet out here, and I've done most of my things. And the reason why I'm on a preset cookie sheet is because it's easier to transport them from here to the pot of oil. So I'm going to do the rest of these, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so what I have here is I already have our donuts ready. And what I want to do is I'm going to take it over to our kitchen area, and I want to turn on the oil until it's about 375 degrees, and then I'll get back to you. It's better when your parents do this for you, because this is kind of a dangerous step. So just preheat your oil to a heat that is like boiling point. So I set ours to about 390 degrees. So almost 400 degrees, and you just want to get it so that it is kind of golden brown on the bottom. So just sit those in there, and then you're almost ready to turn them over. And I'm using just some wooden skewers, some wooden like devices, and I'm just gonna my mom's gonna use those to just flip over my donuts. Okay, so mom's gonna take these out now, and make sure not to put too many donuts in the oil at the same time, because the oil will cool down, and you don't want the oil to cool down. And I set over there a cooling rack with some paper towel underneath it, and that is just so that the oil doesn't drip into it. And so yeah. So mom's putting some more in right now, and tell your parents to be careful, because some of them aren't very experienced cooks probably. My mom is a very good cook, so she knows what she's doing. So make sure that they know what they're doing. If not, they can just look somewhere, or they can watch the video. And over there I have about 5 donuts already cooling, and I have 3 more bigger ones in here. And as you can see, I have a colossal donut right there, and that is just for fun. It's fun to have like kids do like big donuts, because they have fun making them. And our glaze is over there behind that vase. So I'm going to come back to you when we have all of our donuts cooled and fried. So I have most of these ready. We just have a couple. We have one more in there, and those are the ones that I made into like mini, like big donuts. So I have all those done, and then I added a little bit more powdered sugar to this, because of it's a little too runny. So I add a little more powdered sugar, and it should be just right. And so you just want it to like stay on the top of there for about 1 to 2 seconds. That's how you know they're ready. It's like has enough powdered sugar in it. So I'll come back to you guys and tell you how to frost your donuts. And just a little reminder, I want everybody to make sure that they have their donuts completely cool. They cannot even be warm, because if you do that, then the glaze will melt and it won't be very pleasant. So just make sure that you have everything completely cooled and nothing is even warm. And then I'll show you how to glaze them. Hi guys, so this is the last step, because I'm in a hurry right now, so I'm not going to show you a couple of them. I'm going to show you one. So what I want to do is I'm going to take our glaze, and I'm going to take 1 donut hole. So you can see, here's our glaze. I added some almond extract. It tasted very good now. And what I want to do is, optional, you can just drizzle, but I don't want to do that. I want to drop it in. When I move this around, just get it drenched in your icing or glaze. Just let it sit on your paddle. Just let it sit there for a couple of seconds. And then put it on some parchment paper. And you're good to go. Okay, so thank you for watching. Sorry for the long video. It's a long process. But it's super easy, and remember, cooking is cool.